Hi, everyone. I'm here to talk to you guys about what I would say to a principal, first grade teacher, or even kindergarten teacher about how important continuity is. It's very important that a child receives that same process, same thing, because it's same activity, because it's this that creates the child's imagination as well as their learning grow. For the most part, mostly when a child is sitting within a class, he's learning different activities, learning different things to do, and he realizes that when he's in a big group, he tends to not remember most activities, but it's often when we're putting a child in a small group with other same same learning styles or even development same developmental area. It's often really good for a child because he will incorporate everything that he's learning, and his memory will tend to recall everything for the most part that he has learned. Another critical thing of continuity is when an activity is done, that the child continues to go doing that same activity. For example, in first grade, if the children are going over adding, then it's really good for the next year in second grade to also go over adding. Now, this tends to happen a lot in preschool when a child is learning their ABCs in maybe early preschool, and then by preschool, he's learning his ABCs along with the song, along with the words that go with those ABCs, and it's a continuous process. And the more he hears it, the more he's going to memorize it, and the more he's going to understand it. A lot of the time, art activities are also just a form of worksheet or coloring, and often it's really hard for a child to color within the lines, and they need that expansion. They need to expand. They need to be able to do their own work. Often, what I tell my kids and parents a lot is Picasso is one of the artists that he had no limitations. He did put eyeballs here and a mouth there, and everything was so different from the norm. And that's okay. And that's what we need to have with these kids of ours. We need to let them have a chance to, even if they learn the same thing, to be able to grow in that thing that they're learning and to be able to learn even more and expand that mind and that imagination to create new things. So from them doing just one simple activity, wanting to make that one activity something even bigger. For example, if they're in dramatic play, they can make hamburgers, but maybe they can actually make a McDonald's or Burger King, or make their own burger shop, or and expand their minds and give them more to do is an amazing thing for a teacher to do, maybe in first or second grade. But for the most part in those grades, we're not doing a lot of play, it's mostly work. But play is good for children. It helps them socialize, it helps them rest that mind a little bit, but gear that mind into thinking new ideas and new activities and amazing things that they can do. It's really important that when a teacher is doing an activity, that he talks to the other teachers to make sure that everything matches up. Because with the matching up of the activities, a child will often create another activity from that one activity that they've learned. And this is a very important thing. It's also good to teach mixing colors. Mixing colors is a great idea. But what a child will tend to know is once you mix the colors, another color will form. And that's great for a child to know. So I think continuity is really just about making sure that those things are repeated, those activities are repeated, that the child is developing ready to remember what happened the day before and definitely wanting to expand their mind. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.